Caralho, começou o evento com a música mó alta. Deixa eu baixar o som aqui. Mandei o link aí, ó. Ele veio aqui em casa sábado passado. Pode crer, Plínio. Estouraram uma banza aí? O que vocês fizeram? Um churrasquinho? Bom, guys, vai começar o evento, falta 30 segundos, eu vou prestar atenção aqui agora. Eu vou ler no chat assim que possível, mas vamos lá, né? Vamos assistir aqui o evento, porque é a atração principal aí da live de hoje. Vou deixar selecionada a qualidade aqui pra ela não mudar sozinha, né? E vamos ver aí o que esse evento nos vai trazer aí. Coca, quando estiver na live do Monark, tenta abaixar mais o volume do seu mic. Ele fica bem mais alto. Do meu mic? Vou abaixar então. Beleza, beleza. Vou reparar nisso daí hoje, Anderson. E aí, ó, jogo mais 18. Que jogo que é esse? Começou o evento, hein, guys? Vamos ver. Direct from the devs, né? Direto dos desenvolvedores de jogos. Aí a gente vai ver novidades aí pra esse ano aí no mundo do Xbox. Quero ver o Hellblade, né? Vamos ver o Hellblade sendo a Sacrifice 2 aí. Se vai ser tudo isso, né? Chegando no Xbox. Olha que delícia, ó. Estrelinha. É isso, pô. Churrasquinho bom demais. Pode crer. É isso, Developer Direct aí do Xbox 2024, né? Obsidian. Você é da hora trabalhar nesses estúdios? Ah, com certeza, né? Tá em português, hein, guys? Olha lá.
The known, where you must put a stop, plague, and discover a secret, the heart of the living lands. At Obsidian, we love creating worlds with themes, dynamic gameplay, and thoughtful reactivity. No different.
Esse Avald aí, não, pra mim...
And fantastical, to give players...
O pessoal que assiste que deve falar, pô, mas o que você gosta, Coca? Porque eu não gosto de nada. Todo jogo que aparece eu falo, pô, esse jogo aí pra mim... Meu boss.
There's gonna be a lot, one of which has a connection to you. You're getting to know those secrets and leaving you in the world. Comes to encounters, our combat of the moment-to-moment fun, action-oriented gameplay, and the voice that you get with an RPG. More about Avowed's combat is Gabriel Paramo, gameplay director.
At Obsidian, our team's overarching goal is to improve you with choice. So we developed a flexible combat system that allows you to quickly swap from...
Nem apareceu, o Coca já tá dando rage. Ah, vamos ver, né? Quem sabe, né? O jogo...
You the freedom to mix and match your load to fit the way you want to play from moment to moment, uninterrupted. For all battles, you can combine a variety of weapons, attacks, and abilities for tactical advantages against a wide range of enemy types. It's not just hacking and slashing. You're making real-time decisions about when to these powerful melee attacks, blocks, parries, and special attacks.
Esse jogo, pra mim, ele olhando assim, ele me lembra o combate do Skyrim, né, em primeira pessoa. Mas eu não sei se o jogo vai ser um Skyrim.
You can stop enemies in there, giving you the opportunity to focus on weaker combatants in an intentional and controlled manner.
Então, mas já tô achando mais interessante, sabia? Porque eu tinha visto uns gameplay de Avald e parecia que, tipo, não tinha esse tipo de combate de espada e tal. Parecia que era só a magiazinha de longe, né? Já tô achando um pouco mais interessante.
We have customizable look that can be quickly switched during combat.
Equipamentos personalizáveis.
Equip a sword and
você pode configurar então uma espada, né? Botar um arco com não sei o que lá, uma magia e ir trocando no meio da luta rapidamente entre os setups ali pra combar os personagens, né?
You could use your enchanted enemies and then use your offhand weapons to shatter them.
Interessante, interessante.
To keep you constantly engaged as unfold by creating a balance and managing combat.
Players will have ample choices and progress on in the world of the living lands, the game, and explore the regions. Some quests in Avowed will have you make difficult decisions with profound consequences. This side quest you
podia ter terceira pessoa igual no Skyrim, né? Podia ter as duas opções. Se bem que o combate do Skyrim em terceira pessoa eu acho horrível.
You come across the bodies of these fallen soldiers, and as you explore, it's up to you to determine is at fault.
Just four of us: Manu, Kiri, Naoki, and me, training under Captain Rui, trying to keep Thirdborn safe.
In other words, you're a gang of vigilantes that I'm one to join.
Yeah, my badge. Take everyone's. Our families deserve to know we fought.
Making the right choice isn't always... We embrace moral nuance and gray area, trusting players to make tough decisions in complicated situations.
My squad and I rested in the cave by the water last night. We're sleeping, we were ambushed by those miserable Zorips. I was so surprised. It was so dark.
Será que o jogo vai ter tradução? Pelo menos de texto, né?
Those monsters alone. But I have to know if anyone else... Of course he did. Sergeant Asui never has a thought he won't say out loud. So what did he tell you? That Captain Ruiki was sick? That I was a dumb bait all often and loudly. Wait. If you found Sergeant Asui, why is he not here with you? What happened?
At the end of the quest, when you confront Private Naoki, if you believe the story he's told you, you can hand over the badges and let him go back home.
You're right. Real battle isn't something you can prepare for, is it? It's not my fault. No. I'll take the badges. I'm going back to Thirdborn.
But if you confront him, if you believe that he fled the site of the battle of cowardice, then he will fight to reclaim his own way to town. You'll see the consequences of your actions and the choices you made during this quest.
Yeah.
Creating an immersive experience like anchored in the world we build, have to create a unique, colorful, and dynamic visual style.
From the outset, we knew that we wanted Avowed setting to feel rich, weird, and wonderful. We found inspiration in a wide swath of real-world cultures, helping us create a unique RPG experience. By contrasting the vibrant with the dull, verdant spaces with sickly ones, better delivers emotional experiences for players. The Living Lands is a continent of untamed valleys with widely varied biomes, from luxuriant forests to volcanic wastes. Of those regions itself is a conflux of storied landscapes. All of the regions have a lot of special things associated with them, but I have a deep place in my heart for Shatterscarp. As you're wandering the wastes of Shatterscarp, you might notice often that a vibe of color, transition from destitute, muted tones of a wasteland of sand and marching in towards a beautiful oasis. There's the opportunity
Será que vai dar pra mergulhar?
for adventure and even a little danger.
We hope you've enjoyed this look at Avowed. We're thrilled to share more about
Sério que foi só isso?
and we can't for you to
Meu Deus do
when
céu.
Avowed launches this fall.
Vai lançar no outono. É, parece mundo aberto, né? Mas mostrou muito pouco, cara. Pelo amor de Deus, não falou quase nada do jogo. Vamos ver, cara. Esse jogo aqui, aparentemente, quem sabe, né? Acaba mudando de ideia aí no futuro. Mas tem que ver muito mais coisas sobre. Eu já gostei um pouco mais de perceber que tem gameplay com espada, com escudo e tal. Que não é só piu-piu-piu colorido, tá ligado? Vamos lá. Vamos ver o que eles vão mostrar pra gente agora. O pessoal tá falando que tá empolgado aí pra ver o jogo do Indiana Jones, né? Vamos ver. Eu não sou fã de Indiana Jones não, mas quem sabe o jogo é bom, né? Aparentemente eles vão mostrar o Hellblade agora. E falaram que ia ter 5 jogos, né, no evento. Curioso pra saber qual vai ser o 5º jogo.
Hi, I'm Dom Matthews, Ninja Theory in Cambridge, UK. We're now months on Senua's saga Hellblade 2. The team is working hard to bring an unforgettable journey into Senua's unique world Battle for Survival, where we have once again combined high fidelity and immersive presentation with a shorter, narrative-led experience that focuses on the things that we really care about and that we hope you care about.
Quero ver, os caras falaram que esse jogo vai rodar a 24 FPS, vai igualar ao cinema, que não sei o que. Ai, meu Deus, que ideiazinha de jegue, hein?
Senua is back with a new quest. She wants to stop the Vikings who raided her village right at their source, in Iceland. But not just her quest has changed. Senua herself has grown Hellblade. She's made peace with her past and is no longer in such fear of her visions and voices. While the Furies are still her constant companions, she encounters new people along the way, some of which will value her unique perspective, though reject it.
Little by little, this settlement became my tribe.
Acho que é a mão aqui.
In the game, Seb's on the trail of the Vikings. In the story, we're trying to be as faithful to history as we can up to a point, establishing a solid and building more surreal elements on top. Senua will face up giants, plunge the land into chaos, and known as Eyes of the Droiga, a violence that has swept through the settlements that she'll discover.
O combate desse jogo acho que é pra ser um ponto forte, hein? Do primeiro é muito bom.
And also new allies.
E eu espero que seja bem melhor, né, nesse segundo aqui.
She'll discover along with us. This viewpoint can have its advantages.
Senua, a warrior who experiences psychosis, seeing things that other people don't, hearing voices and having unique beliefs about the world around her. To bring Senua's perspective of in a truthful way, we have once worked closely with Professor Paul Fletcher at the University of Kent, as well as people with lived experience of psychosis.
Players will find themselves versing beautiful and hostile environments, seeking answers from patterns and signs that Senua sees in her unique way, and battling encounters with enemies that will push Senua to her limits.
On Saga, we've taken everything to the next level, with a new motion capture space, bigger stage team, a stunt crew and a new cast.
And planning the motion, thinking of events would be good, bring into this fight, like how can we make this feel different from the previous fight? We have all new combat for the sequel.
Vamos ver. Mostra o combate, seus viados.
It does feel very different from the first, but it's very invested in it. It's not a superhero. It's fighting for survival, and we want the player to feel her struggle every step of her journey. We want the player to always feel like they just survived it.
Mel knows Senua better than anyone, better than I do. Her instincts are amazing, and she really, for me, on stage, our main focus is story. To watch this and see all their faces a little while, and then I get to see that all again in game, in costume.
Não gostei muito do primeiro, mas esse tá interessante, pode crer. Eu dropei o primeiro, mano, porque eu achei muito simples, né, o jogo. Mas o combate eu achei da hora, apesar de que eu achei simples, né? Eu senti que faltou um pouco mais de complexidade, mas tinha potencial ali. Por isso que eu tô interessado no segundo, né?
The sense of scale, everything is, and you see a scene or you see a small section of the game and you're like, yeah, that works, that's amazing.
Senua experiences reality differently. A part of this manifests in the voices she hears. These voices come to life through binaural audio.
Era indie na época, não era? Era indie sim.
Type of auditory hallucinations. As we focus in immersion, binaural audio is perfect for this because through headphones you surround yourself in a three-dimensional space. In the first game, we only applied to the voices that Senua listens in her head. In this game, through a spatial audio technology and some extra little things within the game, there is music that is binaural. Every single sound has the potential to be binaural. Everything is spatialized around you, and it's a very beautiful experience. It's a strange language in the sense that it speaks to our emotions fast and deep. It's not only about quality, it's about personality. So when you listen to Hellblade, you know it's Hellblade. On the music, we are working with Heilung, which for me is a personal privilege because I really admire them. With their craft, their depth, their meaning in the music, it really connects with our game and elevates it to something really special. We are also working with a heavy metal singer, throat singers, and our very own Furies. They sing so beautiful, and we add that binaural touch of music. So this all creates a very immersive and a very special and unique experience.
Our mission here at Ninja Theory is to craft life-changing with game-changing tech. And that's our aim in Senua's Saga Hellblade 2, is to not only see where Senua goes next, but to deliver something really meaningful for our players.
My hope they will connect to Senua as they can't to what she's going through. Maybe they know someone and then understand that.
I don't want to sound cheesy. In a way, I'm Senua, right? It exists, and it exists through all of our work, through every ninja. So we all are Senua. We are creating this character that grows and grows and grows and grows and keep growing and keep changing. So that makes it real.
So proud of the love.
O foda desses eventos aqui é que parece que os caras estão muito mais preocupados em falar sobre o desenvolvimento em si do que falar do jogo, né? E o que eu quero saber do jogo. Mas eu acho que o intuito desse evento é isso, né? Por isso que é Developer Direct. Já sei que não vai ter nada de muito interessante, isso que é o foda. 21 de maio vai chegar. Mas não mostrou nada do jogo. Acabou já. Ai, viu? Tá na hora de aparecer um evento de game aí que vai realmente mostrar jogo pra gente poder reagir junto aqui. Vamos lá. Agora é o Indiana Jonas. Joana Jono. Cadê? Ah, não, olha lá. Unknown User, né? O jogo que não tava na lista. Vamos ver qual vai ser esse aí. Opa, que isso? Bonitinho. O que é? É da Square. Pô, a Square faz jogo demais, né, meu? Eu vi uma notícia hoje falando que a Square ia parar de focar em produzir tanto jogo e focar mais em qualidade. Acho que tá na hora mesmo, viu, Square? Caralho!
Greetings, Xbox Player. My name is Masaru Oyamada, producer for the Mana series here at Square Enix. 聖剣伝説 Visions of Mana の情報を Xbox ユーザーの皆さんにいち早くお伝えできる機会をいただき
Visions of Mana, legal, cara. Tá chegando agora no PlayStation aí. Chegou já, né? O Secret of Mana, Legends of Mana e aparentemente esse vai ser uma sequência. Olha lá, ó, Secret of Mana. Série Mana começou como Final Fantasy Adventure, caraca.
個性豊かなキャラクターたち、心に響く楽曲の数々、武器の特性を戦うアクション RPG としてこれまでに17作発売され、長らく愛されてきました。
Nossa, tem 17 títulos. Eu só conhecia o Legend of Mana e o Secret of Mana, caralho.
これまで培われてきた聖剣伝説としての世界をしっかり感じられるものを目指して鋭意制作中です。フ フィールドでは自然や精霊とのつながりを色彩豊かな聖剣伝説の世界を体験してもらえると思います。
Legal, ó, já gostei do estilo
シリーズ
gráfico.
おなじみのモンスターたち本作に登場しています。
Tartaruguinha ali bem bonitinha. O jogo é action, né? Tem, ó, sistema de esquiva. Potencial, hein?
これらのおなじみのモンスターたちを作り出した聖剣伝説の生みの親である石井光一さんと共に聖剣伝説ビジョンズ・オブ・マナの内容を紹介していきたいと思います。
Hello, Koichi from Grabs. I am so happy to introduce the newest game in the Mana series to Xbox players.
Por que o cara tá vestido que nem o Dante aí do Devil May Cry?
中には小学生の子すでにイメージができていたものもあります。今作では初めはドット絵からスタートしたモンスターたちをどのような形で最新化して聖剣
Implementação e transformação de inimigos, hein? Legal.
デザインの方向性からモデルの完成イメージまでを監修する立場でプロジェクトに参加しました。
Os personagens são muito bonitinhos, né? Quem vai gostar desse jogo aí, ai, parece Zelda.
を作っていた頃から自分の頭の中ではモンスターたちは立体的に生き生きと動いて、これまで自分が携わった作品ではそれらをどうやって
Pergunta que não quer calar, vai ter tradução? Já vim sem tradução, já vou ficar puto já.
最新作では聖剣伝説のモンスターたちのただ可愛いだけではなく恐ろしさの部分もしっかりと表現できているので、バトル中モンスターたちの表情にも注目してください。
Nossa, ele adicionou elementos assustadores aos monstros, hein? Vocês viram ali?
空を旅する海を渡り
muito assustador.
頼もしい仲間たちがいましたが、今作には広大なフィールド探検に欠かせない新たな仲間が登場します。陸上を猛スピードで駆け回ってくれるピックル。
Quem é a Aileen? A Aileen tava escrevendo aí no chat agora há pouco. Julia Aileen. Você subiu o chat aí, você vai ver as mensagens dela. Uma amiga minha.
コンストキャラクターになるくらい可愛い動物にしたい漠然とした思いが。その上でヨークシャテリアの毛並み、見た目はアルマジルによく似た仙山港や古代エジプト神のアヌビスの子供といった具体的なイメージが浮かんできて、それぞれの特徴を
É, tá vendo? Esse evento, a parada é essa, ficar mostrando arte conceitual, o que os caras usaram pra se inspirar. Mas até que esse aqui tá mostrando um pouco do jogo, né? Mas eu queria saber mais do jogo, pô.
ゲームの中での見え方も考えながら調整を重ねていき、
Legal essa mount, hein?
もう一つの挑戦は曲面です。過去様々なコンポーザーが携わられた楽曲の雰囲気が感じられつつも、最初として素晴らしい新たな楽曲が生まれました。 BGM
Tá falando japonês, minha segunda língua? Da hora, hein, meu? Japonês parece muito difícil de aprender, eu não manjo nada.
手掛けたクリエイターたちが全100曲という大ボリュームの制作に挑んでくれました。新たな試みとしてフィールドの探索からバトルまでシームレスに体験できるよう、今作ではインタラクティブミュージックを導入しており、冒険の没入感を高めてくれます。探索中の BGM がバトルに入った瞬間、アレンジが切り替わる様を実際に聴いてみます。今作はアクション RPG 聖剣伝説のアクション部分が強化されています。空中でのアクションがバトルの鍵となっており、武器での攻撃だけでなく魔法での攻撃も可能になっています。そして本作ならではの特徴として、聖剣伝説シリーズではおなじみの精霊たちがいますが、その力を宿した武器を使うとバトルを手助けしてくれるようになります。精霊によっては様々な特性の違いがありますので、その効果とともに聖剣伝説の世界らしい不思議な力で爽快なバトルを楽しんでいただけます。
オリジナルモンスターやピックルにも注目してほしいのです。聖剣伝説ビジョンズ・オブ・マナーは聖剣伝説らしさを感じてもらえる作品になるよう、小山田くんを中心にチームのみんなが頑張って作ってくれていますので、ぜひ発売日を楽しみに待っていてください。私自身もプレイ楽しみにしています。
聖剣伝説シリーズとして初めて Xbox ユーザーの皆さんにお届けする聖剣伝説ビジョンズ・オブ・マナーは、今後も様々な情報をお届けしていきますのでご期待ください。この忘れられない冒険を Xbox ユーザーの皆さんに楽しんでいただける日が今から待ちきれません。
É isso, verão de 2024. Legal o jogo, eu fiquei interessado, mas mostrou muito pouco, né? Ficou muito focado em falar do desenvolvimento e tal. Mas legal saber que esse era o jogo surpresa, né, do evento. Agora vamos ver, falta o Indiana Jones e aquele outro de cima ali que eu não sei nem qual é. O Indiana Jones vai ficar por último, hein? Aparentemente os caras estão confiantes que ele é muito bom. Vamos ver qual que é esse game aqui que eu tô por fora.
And welcome to Oxide Games. We founded the studio team with our decades of personal experience building some of the most beloved strategy games of all time, like Civilization 5. We came together
Olha lá o Civilization aí, ó.
in a genre we all love. A History Untold is the game we're making.
Ara History
Ara is an
Untold.
homage to historical gamers, strategy gamers, 4X gamers. It features all the depth and gameplay of this genre, where you'll explore the world, expand your nation, and engage with your rivals on national stage. It isn't just more of this. We wanted to challenge some of the preconceived notions about the genre, push it forward in a modern, empowering, and truly compelling and approachable way.
Nossa, guys, vou falar uma verdade aqui. Desculpa aqui cortar a imersão no trailer aqui do jogo, mas não vejo a hora de fazer frio, cara. Vai tomar no cu. É muito calor esse meu quarto aqui. Pelo amor de Deus, eu tô derretendo, velho. Na moral, parece que eu tô num forno cozinhando. Na moral mesmo.
That's Dan. We started in his basement. It's been an amazing process to see from concept to completion. We started small, building a robust game engine, questioning our design assumptions, and prototyping out features, rediscovering what made us fall in love with strategy games in the first place.
The end result.
O jogo vai ser de turno ou vai ser em tempo real? Até agora eu não percebi.
Presents a living world where you can rule how you want to rule and chart your own path to becoming the most prestigious nation on the planet.
We knew we needed deep systems with outcomes that encourage exploration and give players the experiment and make meaningful strategic choices while still having agent for their playstyle.
We also wanted to explore more and give players from around the chance.
Daqui a pouco eu vou ter que começar a fazer o programa sem câmera, pô. Porque aí eu deixo a janela aberta, fico sem camiseta e eu consigo sobreviver aqui dentro, porque, mano, não dá.
See their choices reflected in the game world itself, not just through numbers on a menu. One of the first differences you'll see when you dive into ours is what we call the living world. It's a procedurally generated alternate Earth, bursting with life. An intuitive, authentic, and immersive space, a blank canvas for players to paint the society of their dreams.
The living world, it reflects the course of the game. Everything from the settling of the wilderness, to cultural influence on architecture over time, to the thousands of citizens living their lives and reacting to the changes.
Nossa, aparentemente a gente chega nas eras modernas também. Legal, hein? Eu falando que gosto de Civilization, eu tô interessadíssimo nesse jogo, mas os caras não param de falar. Meu Deus, cara, não para de aparecer dev. Caralho, mostra o jogo. Porra! Ô, eventinho de bosta, mano. Caralho, eu tô perdendo o saco já, velho. Meu Deus do céu, se eu quisesse ver developer, eu não ia assistir um evento de game. Eu ia lá no, sei lá, LinkedIn do cara, ficar batendo punheta pro perfil dele. Puta que pariu, cara. Que bagulho chato, mano.
Do they want works of might? Scientific advancement. The choice is theirs. There are no street conditions. Players get to decide and focus and prioritize on those goals while still being able to.
Personally, when I like to build triumphs, our arc of incredible monuments and architectural achievements from throughout human, like the Great Pyramid of Giza. They're worth it. Giving huge prestige bonuses.
Tipo, ó, beleza, vai ter monumentos, legal. Até agora eu não sei se o jogo é de turno ou é em tempo real, velho. Até agora eu não sei.
Crafting system challenge to the player that they generally won't see often in the 4X. Succeeding, balancing, gathering the right thing, turning them into the tools that you need, and then finally getting to something like an important improvement or triumph. Just changes the challenge that exists in Aura compared to other games.
Crafting plays out at a national with players honing and combining the natural resources they harvest into all manner of goods and components. Those are the foundation for everything. International trade, to improving their cities and citizens' lives, and you find the weapons necessary to draft them. The crafting system encourages thoughtful, it rewards players who can see the strategic outcome of all their collective decisions, and not just the individual ones.
I'm proud of the work.
Esse é o novo Civ? Nem é, cara. Um jogo aqui que eu nem sei o nome mais. Ara sei lá o quê.
Turns and reacting moves and resolve to this. This rewards players' ability to navigate, to predict, and strategically plan in the moment. This system makes us feel more in a typical strategy game. Once your turn is finished, you have to wait for.
Ah lá, é de turno, né?
Speaking, those times are very low. You get to keep playing the game and stay engaged rather than having
jogo é de turno. Interessante.
Where you're not doing anything.
It's not easy sifting through all of history and what to include. We wanted to offer a fresh perspective, so we looked at societies throughout the millennia with the broadest lens possible.
Where this approach really shines is in our leaders. Leaders are so often seen as dominant government figures, but leaders come in so many different forms. They're thought leaders, scientific and cultural prodigies, and many more.
Each leader has a number of special abilities determined, as well as a power.
O jogo parece um Civilization mesmo, né? O que eu quero ver é da onde começa, aonde vai. Parece legal, cara. Parece legal. Tô interessado no jogo. O problema é que eu quero ver o jogo. Cara, olha isso. Os caras ficam mudando ângulos de câmera pra mostrar o rosto do dev de um jeito diferente, em vez de mostrar o que a gente quer ver, que é o jogo.
It gives us that priceless perspective from the people we're making Aura for. You.
Building the game alongside real players has given us that critical player feedback, and we believe this makes for a deeper connection between the players and the game.
One of my goals is when we first introduced dangerous wildlife to the game. First, a little bit too aggressive or disruptive. we knew we should probably make a change. Insiders made a forum was just
Cougars! Cougars! I hate cougars!
someone get these feline demons away from me. I'm based on more recent feedback that I think we ended up in a good place of mountain lions to a player's.
It's been to bring you a strategy experience like
Inigualável, hein? Será que vai ser tudo isso mesmo? Tô curioso pra ver.
We can't wait for players to get their hands on the game.
That's only the beginning. We are going to maintain our insider program at the state and continue to listen to players and support the game into the future.
Everyone at Oxide Games, thank yous today. We wait for you to play and to create your own history.
Para outono de 2024. Futuro dos eventos dos games é isso, né? Não tem mais data precisa, porque os caras viram que eles chegam e falam, ó, vai lançar em fevereiro dia 3. Aí chega em fevereiro dia 3, o jogo tá um lixo. E ó, os caras cagam no peidar, né? Agora vamos ver o Indiana Jono. Vamos ver se o Indiana Jono vai ser bom. Vai, Indiana Jono, faz esse evento ser foda. Vamos lá. Claro que vai começar com os caras jogando sinuca, né?
Välkommen till Uppsala, Sverige, här hos Machine Game.
Ah, não foi o mais fraco, não. Você que não gosta de jogo de estratégia.
Indiana Jones.
Mas realmente, não... eu não fiquei, uau! Quero trocar Civilization por esse jogo. Não senti isso.
Even today, it's one of the most iconic franchises in pop culture. In this game, you aren't just playing at...
Você não só controla o Indy nesse jogo, você é o Tendi.
Of Indiana Jones. When Todd Howard first told us about his vision for the game, we knew it would be a very good fit to life.
Like an Indiana's game forever, I'd had this idea for what it would be like and the story. Indy was going after life, what kind of arc.
E aí, Lu, beleza? Tudo bem, hein?
Studio.
Imagina um eventozinho aqui de jogos, né?
It was my friends at Machine Games. I can remember being Lucasfilm on the game and being nervous because, you know, Indiana Jones.
Não mostraram um pingo do jogo até agora. 10 minutos o cara falando. Não, velho, eu nunca mais vou assistir um developer da... Nunca mais. É a primeira vez que eu acompanho esse evento e já vi que não é o tipo de evento que eu quero assistir no futuro, velho. Vamos ver, hein? Tá muito excitado pra mostrar pra gente. Vamos ver. Nossa, tomara que seja muito bom esse jogo, hein? Doctor.
You were playing your game. I was playing. You're wondering, maybe you should have built yourself a life of meaning instead of ending up here, dead and forgotten in the sense of...
Lucasfilm Games. Vamos ver. O Enjoa Jones, hein?
Myths, history.
Primeira pessoa o jogo? Já não gostei muito, mas vamos lá.
Thousands of years of humanity's thoughts.
Por que não fazer tipo Uncharted, terceirinha, velho? Pra que tem que ser primeira?
Waiting.
O jogo tá passando uma sensação de Uncharted, né? Vamos ver.
Can't just run. Throughout history, mankind has built sites of spiritual significance. If you were to draw a line through these ancient sites around the globe, you get a perfectly aligned circle with these guys before. Trust me.
Nossa, esse chicote tá meio lixo, hein, velho? O chicote ali nem encostou no cara e puxou ele, tá ligado? Dá pra ver que vai ser estilo Uncharted mesmo, bem mentiroso, né? Mas se for bem executado é legal, eu gosto. O problema é essa primeira pessoa aí já me fez torcer o nariz, velho. Dá mais imersão a primeira pessoa? Sei não se dá, hein? Indiana Jones and the Great Circle.
You have any idea how old that was?
É isso.
Jones is such an iconic, and he means so much to so many people. Everyone here at the studio has their own indie stories and memories. Most of us grew up with his adventures and have the movies and the character. He's a brilliant archaeologist, he's a charismatic, he's passionate and determined. And for us, he's synonymous with adventure.
Now we have to tell a new Indiana Jones story for a modern gaming audience. Our game is all about putting you in Indy's shoes, letting you see and feel what he sees and feels. For us at Machine Games, we do that best through first person. It's the ideal perspective to bring you the exciting and interactive world we've built. We believe close personal to the adventure is key. Each action feel like your own.
Whether it's cracking your whip, solving puzzles in ancient temple, or seeing your knuckles go bloody in a fistfight. All of these moments are much more intense in first person. But we still want you to have those moments. Seeing his iconic silhouette with a hat, whip, and so for things like metal traversal, pull the camera back for a third-person view. Indiana Jones and the Great is set between Raiders of the Lost Ark and The Last Crusade.
When our game begins, Indiana is working at Marshall College. He wakes up in the middle of the night to the sounds of a break-in and rushes to confront the thief in the college museum. The mysterious makes off with what seems to be a historically insignificant Indiana's curiosity. Following the trail, Indiana heads to the Vatican, hoping to learn why a particular relic was stolen, and discovers that things aren't what they appear.
He starts pulling at the strings of a mystery, and and it all unravels until he has no choice but to see it through to the end, whatever the end may be.
The next plane to Rome, stop. Need help, stop. Maybe in Vatican, stop.
We always talk about how chaos is. That's one of our guiding principles when we were thinking about the type of game we were making. It wouldn't be indie if he wasn't using his wits to get a situation. The most authentic Indiana Jones experience we can make is that makes you think first.
Sure, there will be some obstacles to overcome with the revolver or a gun taken from a disarmed guard, but I think most of the time you'll have more fun and, to be honest, a more genuine indie experience by finding more clever ways to solve a problem.
We always be offering more solutions, whether it's trying a different path through meant to get around enemies, observing enemy patrols and to your advantage, or using the tools at your disposal, like the whip.
It's an amazing global with action propelling your journey.
We have these really diverse to explore. Indy's journey will tame temples of Sukhothai, the pyramids of Egypt, the snow-peaked Himalayas, and beyond.
We look carefully at each location and the time the game is set in, and we're trying to make it as authentic and accurate as possible.
We love creating rich, vibrant worlds, and in this game, we also had the goal of making it feel like a true cinematic Indiana Jones adventure.
One of the biggest ways to do that is with the music. John Williams is the original composer for the and we're really on Gordy Hub, a composer to capture Williams' essence with his score for The Great Circle.
We also have a very movie-like approach to things like cinematics, very physical action style. We use a lot of stunt actors. Things like this help us bridge the gap between making a game and making a movie.
And of course, our characters do help bring the world to life as well. Next to Gina, the main protagonist, Indy is pursuing answers just for the sake of curiosity. Gina has no stake in getting to the bottom of the core mystery.
Gina is an investigative reporter not riding on this adventure. She's been tracking a lead for some time, and now she's found an ally in this determined American professor. They're intertwined, and they'll need each other in order to get to the bottom of this mystery.
Okay, let's see if we can keep it
Fight. What do you mean if I can keep up?
We always love our and think we might have found our favorite one yet in Emmerich Voss. He's this intensely psychological man. He's the human mind and manipulating it.
He's highly intelligent and the perfect foil for Indy. Brilliant people, compelled by their passions and obsessions, but driven down wildly different roads.
He creeps up on you and gets under your skin like you get in the skin. It's captivating.
That got the sense of...
One of our mottos for Indiana Jones and the Great Circle, adventure first. But in every indie adventure are always those moments where he finds...
That's been one of those balancing acts, and we've ended up with this sort of hybrid experience. It's melee combat, stealth, and gunplay.
How you approach any given situation, up to you. You may choose to sneak around an enemy patrol, or maybe you'll just pick up a shovel and whack them on the back of their head. And when you can't use your wits, you got iconic too. Just like you see in the movies, one of our goals is whip as fun and multi-purpose as possible. We want to integrate aspect of the game.
You can use it to make your way around the environment. You can use it as a distraction. And yes, you can absolutely use it in combat. Everything you'd expect from Indy's whip. Hopefully a little bit more. Puzzles are a key feature in our game. The spirit of discovery is so important to Indiana Jones. Obviously, there are a handful of puzzles on the main path.
Aparentemente, o Indiana Jones para eles é o super trunfo desse evento aqui, porque eles estão mostrando bem mais coisas do que os outros jogos, né?
Small secrets and hidden puzzles that blend right in with their surroundings.
One thing I love is the level of interactivity that we have. We have this world of mystery where anything could potentially hide a secret. You look, the more you'll discover.
I want to thank you all for joining us for our big reveal of Indiana Jones Great Circle. Machine Games is known for creating these roller coaster experiences with huge set pieces, surprising twists and immersiveness. Exciting for us that we have been able to stay so to the Indiana Jones franchise and create such an authentic experience while still being able to showcase what makes us us. We are making a game for whether you are very familiar with the franchise or not. Because at the heart of Indiana Jones is an incredible adventure. I think that's something everyone wants to be part of. I'm also very excited to announce that Indiana Jones and the Great Circle will be coming later this year. I cannot wait to share more soon.
Lançamento 2024. Não botaram nenhuma janela, se é verão, se é onde que vai ser. Acho que acabou, né? Vamos ver se vai ter mais coisas, mas eu acho que já era.
Take one.
Is it animals, children, and game developers?
Our mission here at Ninja Theory is to craft life-changing with game-changing tech.
Core to the vision is our philosophy of rule how you want to rule. Stay happy.
Creating an immersive experience like anchored in the world we build.
You aren't just playing, you are Indiana Jones.
My name is Masaru Oyamada. 今作はアクション RPG 聖剣伝説のアクション部分が強化されています。
É isso. Thanks for watching. Acabou, guys. E aí, o que vocês acharam? Valeu a pena? A Global Review de Elder Scrolls Online? Acabou. É isso, né? Deixa eu ver o que o pessoal falou aqui. Não vi nada demais, mas espero que seja bom. É, cara, pode ser que seja. O fato de ser primeira pessoa me deixou um pouco desanimado, pra ser sincero, porque já faz tempo que eu não me pego, assim, com um jogo de primeira pessoa que me prende e tal, e eu gosto muito, né? Mas eu vi que o Jonas Turbante aqui mandou, ó, achei legal ser em primeira pessoa porque o Tomb Raider e o Uncharted de ação em terceira. E acho que se fosse em terceira ia ser a mesma coisa do que esse. Realmente é um bom ponto, mas também pode significar que se fosse em terceira o jogo não seria melhor do que esses. E aí, por isso que os caras preferiram fazer em primeira, porque aí dá um tom de diferente, né? Porque provavelmente se fosse em terceira, talvez a gente ficasse com uma sensação de, pô, se for pra jogar isso aqui, eu jogo Uncharted, jogo Tomb Raider, né? Coca, você e o Monark são fodas, pego bem pra caralho com vocês. Tamo junto, liberdade de expressão. Valeu, Rony Peterson, obrigado aí pelo apoio. É nóis, se você não tiver inscrito aí, aproveita pra se inscrever aí no canal, que a gente tá fazendo esses programas aqui nessa vibe de segunda a sexta-feira, né? Salve, alguma coisa boa nesse evento da Microsoft? Chegando agora, e aí, Camus? Cara, eu não achei nada demais não, pra ser bem sincero. Saiu o Visions of Mana, né? Aparentemente um novo jogo da saga do Mana aí. Então, foi um RPGzinho legalzinho que apareceu. Saiu um tal de Ara, não sei o que lá, que é um jogo de estratégia com turnos e tal. Parece um Civilization, mas não parece melhor que o Civilization, então não sei o quanto isso daí vai me interessar, mas basicamente é isso, né? Vai ter Monark News hoje? Vai ter Monark News hoje, eu acho que sim, ô Miyoko. Não tá confirmado, o Monark não confirmou, mas ontem, quando eu tava conversando com ele, a gente terminou a conversa dando a entender que ia ter, né? Então, a gente vai ter sim. Mas não precisa ser melhor é relativo, são jogos diferentes. Ah, eu acho que precisa ser melhor sim. Não precisa ser melhor em todos os sentidos, mas ele precisa ser melhor principalmente porque é um jogo com a mesma pegada. Como que não precisa ser melhor? Tem que ser mais envolvente, os puzzles tem que ser mais interessantes, a ambientação, a exploração tem que ser melhor, combate tem que ser agradável, não pode ser um negócio jegue. Se vai ter negócio ali de ficar escalando, escorregando os negócios, tem que funcionar bem também. Senão não adianta, pô. Como assim não precisa ser melhor? Já sou inscrito, brother. Beleza, Rony Peterson? Obrigado aí. Pra quem tiver aí e não for inscrito, quiser se inscrever, é de graça. E se vocês quiserem saber quando que eu vou entrar ao vivo no Instagram, é pelo Instagram lá, cocadoscortes. Lá eu sempre posto um stories quando eu tô ficando ao vivo aqui no Coca com Café. E é isso. Gostei do joguinho japonês. Qual que é o joguinho japonês? O Visions of Mana, né? Esse daí eu fiquei com vontade de jogar também. Bom, acho que é isso, galera. Eu tô fritando aqui. São 5h52. Geralmente eu entro no Discord com o Monark às 18 pra começar a me preparar pro programa. Então eu tenho que me preparar, porque tá chegando a hora, né? Tá calor pra caralho, eu não tô me aguentando mais. Eu tô sendo cozinhado aqui dentro. Tô até passando mal. Então é isso, né? Vamos ver aí o que nos aguarda pra amanhã. Espero que tenham mais eventos de games aí pra gente reagir no futuro. Eu tava meio com cara de cu nesse daqui, mas, pô, tá foda, meu. Esse calor tá me matando. Não tô me aguentando, cara. Não estou me aguentando aqui dentro desse quarto. Mas então é isso, galera. Eu vou nessa. Obrigado pra todo mundo que tá aí. Amanhã a gente se vê aí, sexta-feira. E provavelmente no sábado aí a gente vai fazer uma live jogando também. Então, amanhã a gente fala mais sobre isso, beleza? Obrigado pra quem fica aí. Valeu, falou. E até mais. Vamos nessa. Falou, galera.